any resistance at all is detrimental to the performance. So
not strictly true.
No, these are Walmart's own cylinder heads, Asda's own. Got a full gasket kit that's now broken. It's now bent.
I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. Look at beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car.
So guys, welcome to this episode of Make or Break. On this episode, me and Josh are going to go through this massive parts haul all the way from the United States. Guys, sorry about the audio, there is a massive storm going on just outside. Let's get to it.
Right, I've kind of got a bit of everything. Got a full gasket kit that's now broken, it's now bent. Front to rear, so you've got sump gasket, oil pump, every single gasket that engine needs is in there. Then I've got these. Flow tab. These are Walmart's own cylinder heads, or Asda's own. They've got big valves in them, he said. Yeah. Which is handy.
Big valves is all well and good, depends what's behind them.
So there is one cylinder head, but they're not polished. You can feel them.
Lots of meat, you can take that back rack.
So with aluminium cylinder heads, they are designed for performance, but with the more budget cylinder heads that you buy, you can feel straight away that the casting inside them is quite rough and serrated. Any resistance at all is detrimental to the performance. So
not strictly true.
No?
No, I'm going to correct you there. Rough surfaces cause turbulence.
Right.
Turbulence causes
mixing of air to fuel.
Causes proper mixture of air and fuel. So if you've got lovely smooth ports, all that air is just going to move in a singular direction.
Fuel over it, air
so
over it.
The only mixing will happen in the Venturi's carburetor.
Right.
So that rough surface
can sometimes do it some favours.
aids in mixing of your air fuel ratio to get it a lot better. That's a lot of performance heads are all lovely and shiny and like a mirror inside there.
Yeah.
It's kind of there to look impressive.
Yeah, they look the part, aren't they?
Realistically speaking, they will perform better unless you're like mega horsepower or supercharged things like that. They will perform better if they've got slightly rough surfaces for the air and fuel to run through.
No worries.
That's why they're kind of leaving with the casting marks.
Okay, cool.
It doesn't affect what you think much. They're alright. We can get some more meat out of them. Depends on where you want to go with it.
Okay.
But you feel it's not so much here. You got to put your finger in behind the valve, around the back side of where the valve is.
Yeah. You feel the casting's still there as well.
I can just about get my little finger between the casting.
We can open them up a bit, can't we?
You can take loads of that out. The more you can get out of it, it's like breathing in.
Yeah.
All this engine's doing when that valve's down and the piston's going down is breathing in. If you breathe in through pursed lips, it's hard to breathe in. But if you breathe in with an open mouth, it's going to come in so much faster.
See what we're talking about here, guys, is inside the cylinder head here. This is a cast. This area here, as you can see, is nice and polished. This area here has got like like an abrasive feel to it. That's the original casting, and that's what you're going to get inside here. Basically, when you're inside the actual, as the air goes into the cylinder head itself, what we're going to be doing is trying to clean it up a little bit to allow more air in and give you a little bit more flow. But we're not after too much flow. Like Josh just said, turbulence could be crucial to making it, the air to fuel mixture pretty well. But so what's your initial thoughts then?
I think they're okay heads. They do, it would pay to
and they'll look pretty, right?
They'll look pretty, yeah, because they're nice and brand new. It would pay to send them off to my machining guy. Yeah,
no worries.
I say my machining guy. He's just the guy we use. He's never failed us yet. Go through an appraisal, and a lot of the trouble you get with these mass-produced sort of American heads as well is sometimes their build quality can be a little bit subpar. I mean, I'm not saying that these are, because I've been able to look at them for 2 minutes. Yeah. But any sharp edges that are anywhere near the combustion, they'll get hot and then they'll glow, and that glowing metal will ignite the air and fuel where you don't want it to ignite.
Yeah, cool.
So
let's get these sent off to your buddy.
Edges.
And let's get... So Dave, come grab the camera quick. So what we're going to do, put these back in the box. So we've seen them, they're okay. We're going to send them off, have a little bit of work done on them. You can give me a hand, just hold that open, I'll put them back in there. But overall, quite a nice bolt-on part for relatively good money, if that makes sense. You know, we're not spending a lot of money there, but you've got something quite nice to throw straight on that, you know,
Yeah, it's an instant improvement.
you're never going to lose the money on them, are you? Because to the average GT40 buyer, so let's throw them in the box.
Good.
Yep, that's our heads. So got our pair of Flowtech heads there, which are, I call them a budget head, but do you know what? They're still expensive because they are a performance upgrade on your car. Okay, so we've got the gasket kit in this box here. HT leads for you, brand new set. I know these ones look very nice, but a set of brand new ones ain't gonna hurt.
The whole thing's going to be, in theory, brand new. So a set of brand new HT leads.
Stainless steel intake manifold bolts. Just I thought, why not? A couple of sets of gaskets. Thank you to Year One for supplying these intake manifold, exhaust manifold gaskets, sump gaskets.
Yeah. I mean,
they're better quality than the.
I've never been, but from the pictures and the videos of that Year One
unbelievable
centre, what a place!
It's amazing.
What a place.
New water pump. Depends what route we go with this. A lot of you lovely people at home have been, you know, telling me put a blank plate in it, put a remote water pump in it. That will reduce our space in front of the blockhouse. But I got it anyway.
Yeah.
It was 50 quid. You know what I mean?
While you're there,
comes with gaskets, comes with all the bits and pieces.
What we can do is when we get the engine apart, we can compare the old water pump. We can measure them both and see whether that one's going to give you less of an offset.
Brand new oil pump.
Lovely, yeah.
You know what? It's one of the most important things on an engine. Just put a new one in it, you know. So guys, these are all parts for us doing a rebuild on the engine. Obviously, there's different ways of doing a rebuild. You can just do a freshen up, but we are going to town a little bit. Brand new Formoco Ford oil filter, just because we can. What we got there? Water neck, so thermostat housing. Yeah. Just a nice brand new aluminium one. Timing chain kit. Just because we're going with chains. If you go for a gear, you get a really kind of weird drone noise, and I think that affects the noise of the whole car. You know, back in the 60s, they wouldn't have had a gear kit; they'd have had a chain.
What you got to think about as well, the timing of this car, the timing place of this car is here.
Yeah.
So if there's any noise or any feedback,
you get it in your ear.
It's in your ear. It's right in your ear. So that's something to think about.
Something you might like.
Oh, I know what that is.
We've got a bumpy camshaft.
Let's have a look at it.
So this is a street camshaft. So they said it's got some high spots on it. You'll get a bit of a barbel.
Do you know? Have you got a tech sheet yet?
Look at that. You can read that. Tell me what that means.
It's a little bit complicated. I mean, don't be wrong. Lots of your viewers are going to understand everything.
That's a tech sheet, guys. Sorry, carry on.
Lots of your guys are going to understand everything that is written down on here, and you're going to understand everything that I say. But lots of guys probably won't, because as much as an engine, to the layman, an engine is quite a simple thing. You've got to be able to understand the basic fundamentals behind how they work to be able to sort of really get into the nitty-gritty of what these things are doing. What I was just looking for was the duration of it. And when it comes in.
Is that 270, 290 there?
Yeah, that's the durations of the intake exhaust. I just wanted to see whether
But he said it's a bit more lumpy on idle, and it give you a bit of peak performance, so that's a good buy, right?
Yeah, provided we can use it.
It's gonna fit when you're ramming in there with a sledgehammer, if not, right?
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Couple of sets of spark plugs.
Right, yeah.
Which is good. Thermostat, why not? ARP head bolts.
Yeah.
Brand new set. That's it. Gaskets. Where could you, Karl, Dave, just pass me that set. Go grab me the carburetor. So the carburetor that we had, we understand, guys, it ran on it, okay? But when you're working with lovely people like at Year One, and they say, look, we want to work with you and help you out, they supplied me an amazing Holly carburetor, and I don't know if Holly helped him out with this as well, but let's just get Josh's reaction on this. It's a nice car, brand spanking new out of the box, and it's polished, and it's a double pumper, which is nice. We've got a bit more of a scope on there, and on top, automatic choke as well. You know, we're bringing it into the 21st century.
4-barrel Holly.
You'll find out in a minute.
Oh yeah, lovely. See, that's going to be a real... It's one of those things. It's a lovely, lovely, impressive bit of kit. It's such a shame that we're going to hide it underneath an air filter, really. Although we could probably, depends on how authentic you want to go, we could probably have a smaller air filter, and then you might be able to see some sort of round it, because you've got this nice aluminium.
But isn't it nice to have something brand new that you know works? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Another thing, you know, it's not going to be without its fettling, because we're going to have to
set her all up.
Set her all up. Make sure the jetting's right. Jetting's really, really, really important, especially with, well, I say especially, only really in engines with carburetors like this. Because if the jetting's wrong, you're not going to get the correct amount of fuel. No. In regards to the air, the perfect scenario for air and fuel in a internal combustion engine, a petrol internal combustion engine, is 14.7 parts of air to 1 part of fuel. And that's a stoichiometric efficiency, ladies and gentlemen. We call it lambda.
Lambda
is the technical term. So if your jets are too big, you're going to have, say, 12 parts of air, 1 part of fuel. If they're too small, you're going to go the other way. You're going to have 15, 16 parts of air. And then your mixture will be either rich or lean, dependent. And then the car's not going to run quite as good as it could, or if it's really, really bad, it won't run at all.
And here we have an Edelbrock Performer intake manifold. I got satin finish because I thought it kind of matches the heads, gives you that kind of look. If you go polished, it will deteriorate pretty quickly and look dirty all the time. So buying something that's satin, I think you've got quite a nice fitment there. Once again, it's a Performance 289. It's pretty cool. Bolt on. Play, plug and play. And maybe we should get this checked by your head guy as well, shall we?
We'll probably give it to him, because what will happen is we'll put the heads
you want the gaps on the actual cylinder head.
You want the port size of the intake
and the gasket
to match.
To exactly match.
We'll have to probably, if we go big, we'll have to get gaskets made, but that's no real biggie.
What he's saying there, guys, is so the exhaust manifold itself, the inlet manifold itself, has these little squares, okay? So this square here. So your gasket itself will fit on here. And what you'll see is that the gasket can sometimes be slightly different, okay, to the actual hole in the inlet manifold or the actual cylinder head itself. So what we want to do is make sure our gaskets and our intake manifold and our cylinder heads all match, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So
with head bolts, or
they're head bolts, baby. Well, I didn't get exhaust manifold bolts because Ivan went ahead and bought those really nice.
We can reuse those.
We can really use. And this job, guys, I understand this is like a big haul of parts which not everyone could afford. But guys, what we're trying to do here is improve on what Ivan's done. Ivan's already done a good job. But a great job. Guys, thanks for watching another episode on Make or Break. On the next episode on Make or Break, okay, we're going to work on getting the rear suspension apart, right?
Yeah, we're going to start to get those rear hubs off and all the rear arms. I've already started making a job of labelling certain rear arms. Because although we may not use all of that rear suspension setup, there's definitely, as you'll see in the next episode, there's definitely an issue with the rear bottom trailing arms that we're going to have to change.
No worries. We can look at them together on the next episode and stuff, but
we're going to look all through all of that.
So rear drive shafts, rear suspension, we're going to tear that down, you're going to tear that down, and then what's next on the agenda? Engine and gearbox,
once the drive shafts are out, basically, although I've got to take the water out of the coolant out, I've left that in for the time being. Okay. Because I didn't want to make a mess when it was.
No, fair enough, I understand that,
once the coolant is out of it, then we're at a point then where we can dismount it and pull the engine and gearbox, and then gearbox off. Might pay to send the gearbox off to a gearbox specialist,
I mean,
just to run through, because we don't know whether it jumps out of the gears or anything like that.
If there's anyone out there that wants to gift me a limited slip differential for my UN1 Renault gearbox, I'll be more than happy to include you in my video series. Thank you.
100%.
See you next time.
Quick reminder, hit that subscribe button, the like button, and then the bell button, so you get alerts when we release new episodes, and follow us on social media too for extra stuff and more alerts about videos we're releasing, which at the moment is every Sunday and the odd Wednesday too. Bye for now.